Yeah, it's me again, my subscribers. If it's your first time on my channel, do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me run over to the UK a bit. Boris Johnson dodged question on cocaine and Brexit, but it's likely won't stop him from being the UK's next leader. And here's the reason why they are saying this. Because there are 10 candidates running for the Downing Street in this race, and Boris Johnson seemed as a forerunner in the party leadership contest. But here's one other reason. Long before Theresa May resigned as UK Prime Minister, Boris Johnson had been favourite to replace her. In fact, the former journalist and occasional game show host has eyed the top job for years. The trouble is, despite an expensive education at the UK top private school and a solid political grounding as mayor in London and UK Foreign Secretary, Johnson had an almost unrivaled ability to shoot himself in the foot. It's why the people currently advising Johnson have largely kept him out of the public eye since he walked out of May's cabinet over her Brexit strategy a year ago. But anyone who wants to be Prime Minister of the UK and Great Britain and Northern Ireland can't avoid the media forever. So on Wednesday in a packed conference room in London, Johnson emerged into the spotlight and officially launched his campaign to succeed May as leader of the governing Conservative Party. In his prepared remarks, Johnson worked hard to cement his position as frontrunner and made what appeared to be a firm commitment to take Britain out of European Union on the latest deadline of October 31st, with or without a deal. After 3 years or two missed deadline, we must leave the EU on 31st of October, and we must do better than the current withdrawal agreement, which has been rejected 3 times, Johnson said. Such solid support for a no-deal exit was designed for the ears of the people who will choose Britain's next Prime Minister. The 150,000 or so members of the Conservative Party were largely old, white, and well conservative. But part of his tactic is to appeal to all sectors of the party. In particular, some of the more moderate members of parliament who support he needs in the initial stage of the contest. So Johnson clarified that he's not aiming for a no-deal outcome, merely that it was responsibility to prepare for it. So this is what they are trying to do now after they have kicked out May, or May have played herself out. I'm still going down more, but my computer is giving me a little bit of problem in reading. Yeah, let me get a little further. And in a sign of what Johnson's negotiating strategy might look like, he said that taking no deal off the table would rob the UK of an essential negotiating tools in getting concession from Brussels. Despite this lack of clarity on the most important question in public in British policy, the speech did nothing to squash the idea that his leadership contest is Johnson's to lose. But in the question and answer session that followed, Johnson reminded the media exactly how he might well wreck his own chances. By staying out of the public eyes, Johnson left the field open for other candidates to score spectacular own goals. One of his main rivals, Michael Gove, has spent much of the past week plagued by accusation of hypocrisy, after revealing that he had taken cocaine while working as a journalist. Johnson had also, in the past, for them. So if they get Boris Johnson into the seat of Prime Minister, remember that Boris Johnson is a cocaine addicted. That's what they're trying to let us know. This excessive stretch to a question on precisely how we plan to negotiate the Brexit deal that may stuck with the EU, nor did he give any solid answer on how he would prepare the public for the possibility of a no-deal Brexit outcome. And when pushed on controversial remarks he has made in the past, such as saying women who wear Islamic face veil looks like letterbox, Johnson brushed off the question with a comment about people being afraid to speak their own mind on sensitive issues. Yet despite the perceived slippiness, Johnson remains street ahead of his rival. His message to a larger pro-Brexit conservative base is a powerful one. All other serious rivals have given their flanker answer on what they would do as the 31st deadline loomed. Johnson, at least for now, is the only candidate with a chance of winning who is prepared to say that UK will be out of the EU by November, one way or another. Johnson's supporters claim that his low-profile strategy has been a sensible campaign move. They note that the frontrunner in his leadership contest seldom triumphs if they're coming race off the block, but it kept Johnson quiet in a campaign masterstrokes. It comes with the grudging admission that this is a man who has a long history of grafts. This is what gives hope to the other leadership hopefuls, as Rory Stewart, one of Johnson's longtime rival, tweet, "I am trying to restrain myself from tweeting that I'm beginning to think there are only two candidates who can beat Boris, me and Boris himself. But if Johnson detractors are to take him down, they will need to do better than merely to accuse him of being untrustworthy and evasive. The Conservative Party is losing support to Nigel Farage, nascent Brexit Party, which openly advocate no deal, and the pro-Remain Liberal Democrats. If repeat in a general election, this split would clear the path for the left-wing Labour Party to take over the key of 10 Downing Street and kick the Conservative into the political wilderness. Right now, all the option polls suggested that Johnson is the only person who can prevent electoral disaster for the Conservative. What does this mean? Most significantly, no deal Brexit appears more likely by the day. It is not just the Conservative base and their Brexit hero Boris Johnson who are gaining up for a no-deal showcase in Brussels. EU officials are increasingly relaxed about their own preparation for the UK crashing out of Europe. It's not what they want. It's not what the majority of the UK wants. And apparently, it's not what Johnsons want. But with a new Prime Minister committed to leaving the EU at the end of October, and an EU with little hope left of saving a Brexit deal, a no deal creeps even closer. This is what they're saying. So you see, they didn't want Theresa May bringing Brexit out. She was not a good party player. Seems as if Johnson is a better party player. Let's watch it and see. I was saying before May got stuck that she was getting out in June, and I see it for myself. So let's see what Boris can do if by October, after the 31st of October, he can take Brexit out. Let's see how strong the UK can negotiate.